Hello and welcome back to BRC 1000. This is lesson number 8 of model number 6, paragraph completion number 2. Did you stick to the process? Did you get it right? Yes, you did. Did it be a problem? No problem. What is very important is to stick to a process and make it work. Don't keep changing process, and that's the biggest mistake that we keep doing. If not, one doesn't work, we assume that the process itself is wrong. Instead of thinking about maybe I'm not applying it properly, we think about, okay, I probably, all I have to do is know how this has to work. Just stick to this particular process and make it work. That's what we got to do. And by the way, I realize that I've exhausted all the questions in the course. I only have 2 left. So I put the 2 here. Don't worry, we'll put more questions as we move forward in other aspects. You've got strategy lessons, you've got test doses, you've got other things. Don't worry, if you feel the need for having anything extra in the group, I will give you more. You just ask me, I'll do it. I'll do it for you. The VRC 1000 is your course. Anything that you want, I will try and give for the best of my ability. Okay, remember this process, right? Read the sentence, find the idea. Okay, just get to know what the sentence is trying to tell. Okay, read the paragraph. Think about all these things. Zooming in also. Pause at the blank. Check the purpose. Does it fit in? If you know for sure that particular blank is not fitting in, then eliminate. If it's confused, just carry on. Just carry on reading, right? And then eventually then you evaluate. Okay, I just have to evaluate between 2 and 4 and see which one fits in better. Okay, that's all we have to do. This is the question. The sentence says most where first-time users offer tablet and a digital app. Okay. They were first-time users of a tablet digital app, which necessarily means that this one needs some sort of support, and this is probably will create a block because talking about one type of users, we want to understand some type of users, and then the qualifier of that users. What kind of users are we talking about? What is it that they are? User of a tablet and a digital app. So let's read. We have got these 4 sentences, 4 blanks. Sorry. Let's check. आगे बढ़िए its USP lies in the ethnographic research that constituted the foundation of its development process. Okay, broad claim is being made. Zooming in, so it's now the broad claim. So आगे AB, let's call it AB. AB is USB. What is the unique selling proposition? Lying in the ethnographic research that constituted the foundation of its development process. How they developed it was based on research. Now, obviously, that has to be explained. Customization based on, again, look at the thing. Based on what? Okay, you're looking at foundation of its development process. Okay, let's talk about the first one. Customization based on learning directly from potential users were critical to making the self-paced app suitable for both a literate and a non-literate audience. So they had to look at customization. Customization helped, okay, whatever literate one, customize, non-literate, customize to them. And then when you look at this sentence here, this is really not fit. It's talking about potential users. How do you know about potential users or most were tablet and digital app first-time users when we're talking about literate and a non-literate audience? Literate audience, this is question mark. Okay, really it doesn't fit. The user interface. Now for customization, it has moved to user interface. Zooming in, okay. Another feature. Caters to a Hindi-speaking audience who have minimal to no experience with digital service and devices. Okay, great. I think this is the place where you might be confused in terms of maybe 2 is a good place to put in. The problem that I have is talking about a specific kind of users. This is talking about an audience, Hindi-speaking audience. It is catered. The interface is catering to the Hindi. This is talking about an interface that caters to the particular kind of people. How will I get the conversation about the people are actually using it for this sentence to make sense? Somebody has to use it. So it's also pretty much question mark. The content and functionality. Now we're moving into the third aspect. The content and functionality of the app is suitable for a wide audience. Okay. This includes youth preparing for an independent role in life or a student ready to create a strong foundation of financial management early in our life. Great. Why would I put it here? Just doesn't make any sense. Household members desirous of improving their family's financial strength to also can benefit. So all this about, I think this is one chunk. all this chunk is helping that it is suitable for a wider audience. That's a conversation, though 3 doesn't fit in. So far, customization, user interface, these are the 3 things that created the foundation of his development process. They did a lot of research. Okay, great. We piloted Aage Badhiyan in early 2021 with over 400 women from rural area. So there are women from rural area. Oh, this looks very, very juicy. The digital solution generated a large amount of interest in the community. This makes sense. They were from rural areas. Most of them were first time users. And it was awesome. Which means it's kind of talking about the fact that the pilot actually worked. So 4 is a bet. You look at, you just can't fit up. 1 is like a maybe, 2 is like a maybe, 4 is like a yes fit. Clean. Yes. You made a mistake. You went and put in 2. No. You did. You missed this. Read now. This was not a clear, you want a clear cohesion. You want a strong cohesions. Okay. Let's look at this. Let's read. When people socially learn from each other, they often learn without understanding why, what they're coping, the beliefs and behavior, what they're coping, the beliefs and behavior, and technologies, and the know-how works. Okay, I think this should be an M dash. When people socially learn, this is talking about what happens when people socially learn from each other. They often learn without understanding why, what they are copying. So when they're learning, they don't understand. Okay, this is talking about something specific. Okay, can it be a start? I don't know. There is a blank there. We don't know. Anything could be a start. Only thing is that after that, things have to zoom in. But immediately, what I see the next part is a dual inheritance theory. So left, 1 is out. So you want to zoom in. So let's start talking. The dual inheritance theory says that that inheritance is in itself an evolutionary system. Oh, so no problem. It has variation. What makes us a new kind of animal and so different and successful as a species is we rely heavily on social learning. So we have the first echo. We have got people social learn. Okay, to the point where socially acquired information is effectively the second line of inheritance, the first being our genes. So we socially learn. Okay, can we place 2? Possible. If it plays 2, then he's talking about a particular problem or we learn without understanding and then it has to be explained. Let's see. People tend to home in on who seems to be the smartest or most successful person around, as well as what everybody seems to be doing, the majority of people having something worth learning. Okay, so people tend to home in on who seems to be the smartest. Alright. So one thing is that, okay, it seems like 2 can be a place for it to be put. Because it says when people socially learn from each other, they often learn without understanding why, what they are coping. So this is like moving on further after explaining what dual inheritance theory is, talking little bit. Well, let's carry on. Okay, 2 could be a place. People tend to home in on what seems to be the smartest and the more successful person around, as well as what everybody seems to be doing. The majority of people having something worth learning. Can it come in 3? Maybe. When you repeat this process over time, there is no process here. The process is here. The process is here. People tend to home in on what seems to be the smartest, and as well as everybody seems to be doing. I think that this process is there. So 3 is gone. When we repeat this process over time, you can get around the world. Culture packages beliefs of behavior, technology, or other solutions that are adapted to the local condition. People have different psychologies effectively. Stopped. Why would I now get into this part? So the 4 doesn't make sense. 2 is a good place to be. Okay. So when I look at this one, right, this particular the discussion talks about the dual inheritance theory. Right? It talks about the theory. Okay. And it has variation. And then it talks about the fact that there is one kind of learning. The first level of inheritance is genes. The second level of inheritance is social learning. Happened. Okay. So then talking about one aspect, when people socially learn from each other, they often learn without understanding what they are copying. They are copying something, but they are copying the belief, behavior, the technology, the know-hows. They don't really know why. Without understanding, automatically they do it. And then actually people tend to home in on what seems to be the smartest and most successful around, as well as what everybody seems to be doing. Okay, basically they don't focus too much. They just follow what others are doing. So that's a good place to be in. But definitely we can't place in 3 because it's talking about this process. It doesn't make any sense. The process is already given. Now once you have done here, your conversation is over, then we can't put in 4. So answer choice is 2. So basically we'll stick to this process, right? We'll just stick to this process. That's what my suggestion is. That's what you should do. That is my advice. The problem that I found is, so when I read the paragraph first, right? When you read the paragraph first, completely once, and then go check the sentence, you forgot lot many things about the paragraph already. Then you come back and do it once again. It just didn't work for me. And like I told you, every time just follow the order in which the things are given to you. Life is always good. Life is always simple. Just follow the order. Passage is given first, question and then option, go in that order. Passage first. In this case, the sentence is given first, read the sentence and go to the paragraph. It makes sense. You could even say, okay, let me actually give first full read of the particular paragraph. You could do that. Small variation you could do. Let's say I read this sentence. Let me just give full read of the paragraph. Okay, then figure out where it fits. That's also fine. Or you say, okay, let's go blank by blank. Because if you're going blank by blank, I should not lose focus. That's important, okay? Some of you may lose focus. If that is the case, what you can also do is read the sentence first. Right? Read this particular sentence. Understand what the sentence is saying. Just read the paragraph and then see where it fits in. That's also possible. In any which case in the process, what I normally find is that there are some places that you just cannot fit in. Just eliminate that while doing it. That's all my thing is. You can know for sure it can't go in 1. You may have been confused between 2 and 3. It can never go in 4. So it is just a question of giving these 2 things right. Once you do that, okay, there is this process. There is no process. Eventually it has to go to 2. In sort of the same manner, right? Here as well. When you look at this, okay, let's say you could do that. You read this. You read while you're going. Say that it can't be here for sure. Okay, and when you start reading is, and this maybe here. And look at 4 is talking about the rural woman, and there's a lot of it here. It makes a lot of sense. You can do that irrespective of whatever. Just stick to this process and we will do well. I promise you that. I'll see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.